Don't forget to check out my Patreon where we have exclusive content for groups such as Twice, 17, Red Velvet, Blackpink, NCT, Super M, SHINee, AT, Stray Kids, and so much more, along with K-dramas, concerts, and other variety shows. Hey guys, Angie here. Today we have Find the Youngest Maknae Among the Firstborns with Hoshi from 17. I've seen this type of show or whatever video, but I really don't know what it is. I guess they're just gonna text and or talk and have to figure out who's actually the Maknae among all the eldest in families, or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. So let's hop into it.
첫째는 차분한 것 같아. 가족을 이끌어가야 되는 사람? 말을 하지 않더라도 먼저 하는 편이 많고, 그러다 보니까 책임감이 좀 있다고 생각되는 그런 특징이 있는 것 같아.
안녕하세요. 세븐틴의 퍼포먼스 리더 호시입니다.
I always felt like these videos are kind of weird because everyone's kind of different.
어머니랑 아버님 두 분 다 집안에서 막내셔가지고 제가 친척 집에 가도 다 막내예요.
Like it's a very vague spectrum. Hoshi's the oldest, one of the eldest in the group.
누나가 저한테 했던 행동들이 있기 때문에 한번 열심히 연기해 보도록 하겠습니다. 그리고
Like Hoshi is of the and he's the leader. Like I feel like he can pull it off.
있습니다.
Why were they all wearing blinds?
동생이 초코나무 숲을 좋아하는데 뭔가 첫째 느낌이 나가지고 저희 집 콩지가 일을 안 해서 친구들한테도 물어봤더니 다 현관문 옆방을 쓴다고 해가지고
어릴 때 누나가 리모컨 매너를 많이 했었어요.
Wait, what? Wait, why? Okay, this is gonna be so hard. What do they mean by this? Wouldn't the parents be in the room next? Like, do they mean like the house, the room closest to the front door? Wouldn't the parents have that? Like, I feel like that's usually for the parents. Also, I would say, I could be wrong, but I do notice all my friends who are the eldest sister but have like a younger brother, the brother would still, depending on how big the age gap is, the brother still acts like a big brother to the sister. Like, they're still protective of, like, I could see Hoshi being protective of his older sister because the male dominance, that type of thing, but
인지를 못하고 있었는데 마지들 특징 해가지고 현관문 옆방을 쓴다 이런 글을 제가 본 거예요. 첫째들이 다 그쪽 방을 쓰는 게 좀 신기해요. 진짜 지금도 현관문 옆방을 쓰고 있고요. 동생이랑 같이 살았던 집이 3개 있는데 3개 다 제가 현관문 옆방이었어요.
진짜 생각해보니까 저는 어릴 때 제가 현관문
that's what I'm saying. I feel like the brother will sometimes still have the traits of what the older sibling would have. Hoshi can just switch everything. Of course. Also, yeah, so okay, they should have had another guy in here. Why is it all girls? Because all girls are going to think, like, there definitely should have been at least one more guy here. I feel like he's being a little, like, targeted. Definitely should have had more guy, like, at least one more guy.
아, 이걸로 의심하는구나.
That's such a weird thing to suspect.
하트에서 그렇게 의심을 한다고?
That doesn't make any sense.
닉네임 옆에도 뭐 하트 붙어 있고
There's just a gap in generation, because some of them seem older than him anyways. But like, I don't know. It's a weird reason.
좀 첫째 바이브가 안 느껴진다?
Like,
아, 저거는 좀 아니다. 합리적인 의심이었다.
Like Taeyong from BTS, he's the oldest in his family, and he like big gap in the ages too, and he uses like emojis and stuff. I don't know. It's a weird reason.
누나가 계속 이름을 진짜 불러요.
야 빨리 와봐. 불 좀 꺼줘. 야 뭐해? 이리 와봐. 야야야 일로 와봐.
와, 옛날 생각으로 나더라고.
권력을 누리는 거지 이제.
That's so weird because I would definitely see it as more a younger sibling would call for the older sibling to do that stuff, and because they're younger, they're more spoiled. Okay, if you guys are like, is maybe it's also a cultural difference, like in America. I don't know. I would see the older sister or older sibling calling the youngest. I mean, the youngest calling the eldest to do those things and being bratty. Like, I don't know.
귀여우니까 약간씩 부려먹어 보자.
He should just think of. Why is it in texting though? Why isn't it more like is it called Cut? That channel where they stand around and it's like find the one that's not a fan of this group or which person I don't know, is single or something like that. And like they're talking and it's a little easier. Why is it texting? Is it because of COVID? But then they're in the same room anyway,
진짜
so
맞는 말인 것 같아요. 기대온 부분이 많다 보니까 부모님 없을 땐 저희가 부모님 역할 하는 게 맞는 것 같아요.
어릴 때 이제 부모님이 친구분들이랑 제주도 여행 가셨을 때
I feel like it's way
저한테
easier to lie
그때는
over
아, 이게
text.
챙겨주는 건지 몰랐는데 지금 와서 생각해보면 그때가 기억.
Good job, Hoshi.
개발적이어가지고 계속 말하는 게
약간 연기하는 느낌?
대화 자체가 첫째랑 분위기가 다르고 막내 같다, 첫째 같은 느낌은 아니다. 관찰자다 이렇게 말씀하시는 게 조금 수상해가지고
시작부터
If
되게
he gets
잘했다고
voted
생각했는데
out,
와, 쉽지 않은데?
제 있는 그대로의 모습을
The video
보여주는
wouldn't be
게
the song.
너무 억울했어요.
unless they do a different set of people, I don't know.
어이가 없었어요. 일부러 더 놀리는 것 같고.
생각을 못했던 것 같아요. 초코나무.
So they didn't vote out?
분위기 잘 파악해야 되니까 첫째는 책임감이 많이 생기고
That was pretty smart to make the gap smaller. I was gonna wonder like if he accidentally put like Nuna instead and like they catch him that way. That would be funny. like naturally. He just says
뭔가
Nuna.
의식의 흐름대로 되게 말씀 잘 하시고 첫째가 아닌 것 같다? 그런 생각 들었어요.
누가 봐도 자기가 막내 같은데.
원래 마피아 게임 할 때 좀 그래요. 다 의심하고 보면.
That is true. It's interesting. It's like the mafia, but like he's it this time.
착하다는 말 밖에서도 들을 수가 있다고?
그거는 진짜 반협박으로 하지 않는 이상은 하지 않지 않을까.
그건 정말 있을 수 없는 일인 것 같은데.
웃겨보고 싶어.
거짓말처럼 동생들이 다 달라붙어.
오빠 소리가 다 입에서 안 나오더라고요.
이거 하자 저거 하자 하는 게 좀 더 편한 것 같긴 해.
I would think
동생보다는 형 누나가 더 편한 것 같아.
I would think older siblings would want to be around older people because you already feel mature because you had to mature quicker, and then you'd probably not like being around younger people because it would remind you of being a sibling. Like, so interesting because all my friends are the eldest in their families. Like in high school and stuff, they were all like, everyone I hung out with had younger siblings, and they all naturally, sadly, dated people a little too old for them, and then always hung out, like if we were freshmen, they would always hang out with like seniors and stuff because they're tired of being in charge at home. I don't know. This is so interesting. It's like the complete opposite of what I've noticed.
막내라 그런가?
But Hoshi hangs out with the younger members of 17. See, they all are girls, so they all have different vibes compared to it's so different. I really wanted a guy in here to make it different.
아 근데 그때 누나 생각이 좀 났던 것 같아. 우는 것도 봤었어가지고.
동생들 앞에서는 그래도 무너지는 모습을 보여주지 않으려고.
어떤 이유에서건 너무 약해 보이잖아요, 사람이. 그런 약한 모습 안 보여주고 싶어가지고 뒤에서 몰래 울고 이러는 것 같아요. 그냥 막내 같았어.
현관문이 조금 조용해서 좀 몰아가보자.
좀 말이 없으셔가지고 리모컨님이 여전히 귀여웠다.
애교스러운 말투가 너무 카톡에서 잘 보여가지고.
Also, everything he says is going to sound different because he's a guy, so he texts differently. So I think he's always going to stand out to them.
누가 날 뽑았지? 하고 이해가 안 됐습니다.
I think a younger sibling would still do that for the older sibling. Hoshi just getting all
아, 이 티가 나나 봐요.
the
너무
Nunas.
예뻤어요.
Let's go.
아,
Oh, did they not know he's the guy? I assume. Pranks inside this. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Why they say an old man? He's crying.
여기서 뭔가 뿜어져 나가고 어떤 남자가 갑자기 푹 하면서
원래 소리를 안
I was gonna say, can't you tell it's a guy
소리를
laughing?
나가서 들키니까. 근데 진짜 너무 웃겼어.
I didn't know like him being a guy was a secret too. Do you not know it's a guy who laughed?
계속 의심됐어요. 혹시 내 동생이 그 구라를 치는 거라면?
She's adorable.
그래 말해보지 뭐 하면서 이제
Aw.
했는데 성은 똑같아.
His mom is so adorable. That's so cute.
끝까지 되게 잘했다고 생각했는데.
Well, he did put Uni
누군지 몰랐어.
instead of Nuna, so that would make sense. They would think it's a girl. Because Uni is girl to girl. Do they recognize Hoshi? Oh, they recognize him.
제가 리모
목걸이.
That's so cute.
웃겨준다 진짜.
진짜 귀엽다.
Oh yeah, he adorable. Look at him.
파치가 누구예요?
아 왜?
She's like the only one who I feel like doesn't know it's him. The two on the end, I don't think know
어떻게 아셨어요, 근데?
who Hoshi is, but I think that's so cute. Their reactions.
어떻게 알았어요?
느낌이 났어요.
아 역시 다 이게
현관문. 그리고
초코나무. 초코송이 말고.
He kept teasing her.
아 그렇구나. 리더십이 있어야 되니까.
이게 무슨 처지?
That's so freaking adorable. The baby.
이걸로 해? 아 이걸 원하는 거 아니에요? 이거
하고 싶은 거 하게 해주세요.
이거 해요.
I can see Hoshi being raised by like 4 girls. Imagine if they saw Woozy. Okay, so this is why I don't really watch these things though, because I do think it's like very generalizing, and a lot of times it's it's kind of like horoscopes and stuff like that, where like, oh, the firstborn always acts like this, the youngest always acts like this, the middle child always acts like this, but it's always like very generalizing. And I think it definitely depends on how many siblings you have, stuff like that. But of course, still very entertaining, because it's very weird, because like this person says, not only do I learn all the similarities of older sisters in this show with my own sister, see, you're gonna pinpoint, it's kind of like a horoscope or something, you're gonna pinpoint, oh right, my sister does do this, all older sisters do this. I kind of wish it would have been a lot more interesting with another guy, just to kind of, one, help Hoshi out a little, and two, maybe see how a guy in Korea acts as an oldest, because obviously an older brother is going to be different from an older sister in Korea because of different cultural things. But yeah, I think like it's kind of like horoscopes and stuff. You just kind of pinpoint what you want to make it seem like it's real. Like, oh right, the older siblings do this. Because like I said, I think in Korea it's probably very different from America. But then again, I really thought it'd be similar, because I feel like older sisters in a lot of families do tend to act similar, but it's very vague. It's very vague. Everyone I knew had similar traits when they were the eldest. They'd be like the mom of the group. Like if you're hanging out with a bunch of people, they'd be the ones kind of taking the lead and stuff. But that's also generalizing. Like, I'm an only child, but I was always the oldest in a friend group, but then I'd always act the youngest. And my friend was the oldest in her family, but one of the youngest in the group, but she would always act like the mom of the group. You know, that type of thing. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think it was accurate? Do you think it's a cultural difference? Do you kind of wish there was a guy to kind of differentiate a little bit? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5.